Nothing has left me more embittered than the steady stream of European sports wagons and hot hatches that never make it across the Atlantic. But the tide is slowly turning, with more and more making it to North American shores. And the latest is the Ford Focus RS, a rally-inspired compact that would make even the most die-hard Subaru fan blush. But enough of my ranting. Let's take a closer look and listen to what this RS has to offer. This RS is about as in-your-face as anything on the market today. The gaping grille, massive wing, and rear diffuser complete with a pair of huge exhaust tips. Well, they're definitely not going to do anything to hide what lurks beneath the sheet metal. Add in the optional nitrous blue paint, and the RS has Cop Magnet written all over it. What's under the hood won't do much to avoid the attention of the local PD either. With the same 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder found in the Mustang EcoBoost, with a few extra tricks up its sleeve that push output to a ridiculous 350 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Truthfully, I never thought this engine really suited the Mustang, feeling a little unresponsive and underpowered. There's nothing to worry about here though, with turbo lag almost non-existent and plenty of power on tap. Unlike Focus RS models of old, this thing puts power down to all four wheels through a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system that can send power front to back and side to side before you even know you need it there. The only gearbox available is a 6-speed manual, which is exactly what this thing needs. It's super smooth, the throws are short, and the clutch is nicely weighted. As you would expect, this thing's got a drive mode selector that can be set to normal, sport, or track. All kinds of electronic trickery lets you adjust everything from the engine and steering response to the suspension, all-wheel drive, and traction control systems. Yes, it also has a drift mode, and no, I'm not going to use it on the road. But what that does is essentially shuts down the power output to the front wheels to let you slide around the corner like Ken Block. The adjustable suspension only has two modes, stiff and stiffer. Leave it normal and you'll feel almost every bump in the road. Put it in sport and you'll lose a few bucks to your chiropractor after a long drive when you have to go get your spine adjusted. None of that matters when you're behind the wheel though, with even the most mundane drives leaving a massive smile on your face. The whole package comes together so nicely, it's scary. It's so capable and user-friendly, and I can't decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It handles phenomenally well, puts down more than enough power to outrun just about anything this side of 50 grand, and still has room for your family and their stuff. The RS definitely suffers from torque steer when you put your foot into it, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. It almost adds to the fun factor of this car. Okay, so it's time for a moment of honesty. We all stall from time to time, even if we don't want to admit it. And the good news is, the RS has a stall recovery system that's here to help. Let's say you're in gear, you have the clutch in, and you go to drive away. You start letting the clutch out, and the car stalls. Instead of having to put it in neutral and turning the car back on, you simply put the clutch back in, and the car starts back up, and you're ready to roll. The only real complaints I have about the RS come from inside. The cabin looks and feels like almost any other Focus on the road, outside of the flat bottom steering wheel, some gauges on the dash, and these Recaro seats. I just wish Ford would have put some body color trim inside to help set it apart a little bit. And about these seats, they're comfortable and supportive. I love the suede and leather, and they'll keep you from sliding around too much if you feel like tossing it into a corner. But the bolsters are tighter than yoga pants on a Kardashian, and I just don't understand why they're not adjustable. After years of waiting, the Focus RS is finally here, and it's great. Add in the outstanding bang for your buck, and I don't even remember why I was bitter in the first place. Now, if only I could convince Audi to send over the RS6 wagon, all would be right on this side of the world.